Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live on Monday. Mondays we do Demo Monday. Today we have Christy Enfield here. Christy is she's the glue that holds us all together. So Christy, do you have anything that you want to add? Anything you want to say?
Well, we have the Beth quilts.
Wait, hang on a second, because they're not they're still logging on. Okay. Lynn Jenkins is here. She says, there you are.
For some reason I can't see the comments, so
hi Emily, how are you? Are you on a laptop?
No, I'm on my iPad. So that's probably why. It's something weird,
Yeah. Because your laptop, you should be able, the top right-hand corner, you should be able to hit, and it will have comments or chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so hi. Lynn says, yes, you are a glue babbly. Christy Lee. Hi, Sue. Hi, June. And Cindy Gygax. Hi, Rondi Reeves. Victor, good evening. Hi, Peggy. Hey, Peggy, give me a call later. Karen McBrayer, good to see you. Hi, Julie. I have a box for you, Julie, but I'm not going to send it because I think you were coming into town on Friday, but with the weather, I figure it's all up in the air. Hey, Susan and Ian and Betsy and Dorothy and Sandy and everybody. A glue baby. Well, I was wondering, Lynn, what a babbly was, but I wasn't going to ask it on live TV. Hey, Betsy. Is Betsy with you, Carolyn? She's not showing up on mine. Anyways, it's good to see you, Betsy. I haven't seen you in a while. So welcome, everybody. We are still trying to get a real cord that will charge our devices. So I'm working off my phone today, so it's kind of crazy. But we have a couple of things we want to show you. We did do a collage, and we have once a month we do a collage class, which is basically so that you can learn techniques. And so on this last week we did pine needles, but when I'm here by myself, it's really hard for me to film myself. So we are going to demo making pine needles today. But first, I think there's enough of you on. Christy, did you see the picture of the mask quilt Peggy posted to you question?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Yes, she did, Peggy. Well, you could answer for yourself. It's so weird having you like on the other side of the screen. There's Betsy. So Phyllis said she's at the grocery store. Time change is making her late. Well, I'm glad, Phyllis, that you're watching me at the grocery store. I'm surprised you have internet though, because I cannot get internet on my phone down at that end of town. Okay, Sandy, I'm doing it because you sent me an email, so I figured we would do it in person. Hey, Kathleen and Jenny and Mo, welcome everybody. So we're going to talk about the Beth quilt. That way Christy can stay if she wants, or she can leave. I do have a couple auction items, Christy, if you want to be a part of that funness.
Woo, okay.
Yes.
Well, actually, there's a couple things. Do you want to talk about the retreat at all, or no?
So we do have a retreat coming up April 2nd through the 7th. I know I've been getting a lot of emails. People are worried about the weather. Christy and I looked at the weather cam up there. The roads today, like this morning, were completely clear. So don't panic yet. It's an act of God. We have no control over it, but the party goes on, okay? I am going to be sending out an email to everybody shortly. And we do have one spot left. If you want to sign up last minute, we can squeeze you in. Okay. Anything else? I'm not sure what we're really going to do at the retreat, because we keep changing our minds. But I'm sure it's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a few surprises that you guys will never imagine. So,
really, sure. Do I know about them?
Yes.
Okay. Now I got to think about it.
The banner class is this Thursday. If you guys, it's not too late to sign up, because I will be demoing, and it is only an hour. So you can bring your embroidery thread and your needle, and just, if you don't have the kit, it's okay, because you can just practice the embroidery part of it, which is kind of like the most important part of it. And then, and eventually I will have videos up, but don't feel like you can't come to the banner class just because you don't have your kit yet. Other than that, the things I am working on for Fabric Chicks is I am working on some of this beautiful Angelina. We're trying to get that in the shop. And also the next April banner class will have Angelina in your kit. So it might be fun to try. Actually, the next banner is going to put like 3, we're going to do felting, we're going to do Angelina, we're going to have just all kinds of fun stuff on it. So it's kind of like incorporating everything we've learned up to now on the next banner. So it's going to be fun. So, and that's in April. And don't ask me what date. I'll have to post later because I forget which date it is unless Beth remembers. I didn't look it up before I did.
No, I don't have it on here. No.
But that's the price for the
It's going to
banner.
be the third
Thursday of the month. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if you still want the shamrock, we can maybe get it to you in time for Thursday's class. But even just learning the techniques for the embroidery stitches, as you can see there, it is trapuntoed. So that's, I mean, I've done embroidery my whole life, and I've never learned those techniques. So I'm kind of excited about that. And I do have, if you want the glitter thread, it just came in this morning. So we can pop this in your box, maybe not for Thursday, but like Christy said, Thursday you can practice. So and I changed the numbers to 7 so that everything today is 7 so that I will know that it's from Monday. So 733 is $11, and that's for the glamour thread. It's 1 strand of metallic thread and rayon thread. So it ends up being a 12 weight. And 12 weight is the thickest thread you can fit through your machine and still stitch with a 90 or 100 needle. So this is the glitter. It's just a hint of metallic. It's super pretty. So as 733 is $11. And then, so we've finally gotten our acts together. Here, let me move this away. Jane Massengill, Saturday's class was recorded. I totally forgot to send it out to you guys. So, send out cozy recording. Okay. I will send that out after I get done here. Okay, let's see. Hey, Joyce, how are you? Are we making Angelina fluffy bunnies? I hope so, because that would be fun. Let's see. April 20th is the banner class. Poor Mary, her internet's sluggish. I could not get internet this morning for like an hour. Hey, Connie, how are you? Okay, so we have finally pulled ourselves together. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Yellowstone. If you haven't watched Yellowstone and you love like a good, my mother would call it a soap opera. And we were not allowed to watch soap operas growing up, so that's probably why I like them so much now. But it's a country western soap opera, and there's several different programs. So there's 1863, 1923, and Yellowstone. But in Yellowstone, well, Karen, you're gonna need to watch it. Like Roger and I literally are like this, waiting for Yellowstone's new season, and it's not till November. It's so sad. But there's an actress in the story who is pretty hardcore. How would you describe her, Christy?
Crazy.
A little bit crazy. Yeah.
Forthright. Tells you how it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never wonder what she's feeling.
Drinks a lot.
Yeah. Well, she does like some whiskey.
That's right.
I mean, life is perfect. I saw a little meme this morning with her and Rip, and she told Rip all she needs is cigarettes, whiskey, a meadow, and him. Which is kind of true. So right now it's really, if you're not familiar with Yellowstone, then you probably don't know what the rage is. But Rondi wants Rip in her quilt. So Ranji, for you, I do have photo fabric here. I do have photo fabric. You can go steal some images off the internet of Rip, iron them onto your quilt, and you can sleep with Rip. It's as easy as that. Okay, so we have, right now we have the Beth quilt. Christy, do you have a picture of Beth wrapped up in the quilt?
Oh, no. Well, my phone. You want me to pull my phone up?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
on the Fabric Chick Stitch Along. Oops, my sister's Snapchatting me right now. So S726 is $10 if you want just the pattern. So Christy wrote up the pattern for us so that it'd be super clear and simple for all of us. It may have taken her quite a while to write it up because she had to learn EQ6. But
EQ8.
EQ8. Oh, I think I have EQ4.
There you go.
So there's the Beth quilt. Tilt it a little bit so we don't have so much of a glare. There you go. So there's the Beth quilt. So we're going to be doing a sew along. The sew along is going to be free with the purchase of the kit. So S725 is the kit, and it includes all of these fabrics for your nine patches and binding and background. So this is S725. It was $119. So we've made it $99 for you girls and gentlemen, if you like. And so it's a super good deal. March 23rd, we're going to start it. And then April 18th, we're going to assemble it. So that will give you time to get all of the patches sewn. If you are going to the retreat, you would be more than welcome to work on it. That's where I'll probably make my sample. What else do you have to say, Christy?
Well, I think it's important to it's going to be a fun sew along. So I think, well, two things. I think like it's going to be fun to do it together. And then I also think like if you have a Yellowstone fan in your family, it's the perfect time to make the perfect Christmas gift for them.
Oh
so
my gosh. I would love a Beth quilt.
Yeah, I could see, like, I know several people in my life that would be thrilled if I made them a Beth quilt. Like, they would think that's the best thing they've ever gotten. So right. I'm really excited about that. And I'm gonna even make one for somebody. So I'm gonna be sewing along right along with you. And it should be a lot of fun. And this actually is the first pattern I've ever written, and I did have to learn EQ8 to do it, which I had wanted to do, but Beth kind of pushed me like, "Oh, do it, Christy. We need this." So it was a big learning curve, but I think it turned out pretty good. And I think it was a nice, easy pattern to start with, but it's all pretty. I have everything, the cutting, the supplies, everything, even with diagrams. So, and I think also for your $99, I think you need to mention, like, it's not just all that fabric, which is a lot. You're going to get the pattern and the sew along with that. So
yes,
that's a lot.
2 evenings with us. What more could a girl want?
I feel like we need wine to be sewing the Beth quilt though, or something, you know? I don't know.
If you don't buy the kit, Barb, then it's $20 to do the sew along. So that's $10 a night. You cannot even go to the movies for that. You can barely get a cup of coffee for that.
Yes.
So S25 is the entire kit and the class or the sew along. S726 is the pattern. If you just need the pattern and you want to use your scraps. Whiskey, Lynn Jenkins whiskey probably. I do have some really good peach whiskey. I should share with you girls. And Victor. Okay, so is that it for the Beth quilt? We'll talk more about it on Wednesday at the sale.
That's it.
Sale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else, Christy?
No, that's it.
Okay, you can stay and keep on commenting. Or you can leave if you want. Whatever you want.
Oh, I can critique your demo?
Yes. Definitely can always critique it. There's always room for improvement. Okay, so Gracie did a panel of the day today. Gracie came in and worked. I may have had to bribe her, and she may be getting paid more than most college professors to come in. But so she did a panel of the day. So just in case you guys didn't get our email, if you're not getting our email, let me know, and then we will we will add you to our email list. So when Gracie did do a dad joke, for those of you who have missed her dad jokes, S728 is $6.99. And Gracie, what was the joke? Oh, she says she's busy. S728 is $6.99. And just in case, I do have Karen working on a new sample with this panel, but just in case you need 10 Hungry Monkeys, we do have a book, 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas, 4 bananas. So they learn how to count, obviously, here in this book. And that one is S727 for $14. When is the class with the Angelina? Susan, that will be the April banner class. So the 3rd Thursday in April. And then you guys, if you want the banner class or kit, just put it in the comments, and then we'll get those out to you as soon as the road's clear and Christy can get to us. Right now we're having a little bit of flooding between Christy's. Well, for those of you who don't know, Christy drives like an hour and 15 minutes to come to the shop. So she lives kind of out pretty far, but one of these days, hopefully she'll move into town. Okay, I do have a few of these from Kathy Holden. These are the ones I posted and everybody was asking questions about. So I just thought I would just bring them on today because that gives you guys the first chance to get them. We do have more on order because we already sold several of them. So S729 is the library bookcase and the stuffed couch. And they are, one of you wanted to know how big they were. They are about 1 inch by 1.5 inches. So S729 is $12. S730 is a rolling pin that says roll with it and cake. And I know Beverly Ann wanted it for her 70th birthday, which is pretty exciting, Beverly Ann, that you're going to be 70. And then S31 is the watering pan and the seeds. And hey, Sue, it's good to see you. Okay, let me see. I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody. Sue Walter, I will. I'll be at the SAC Expo show on the 23rd. I can record. I think what we're going to do from now on is we're going to record all of the classes because I know some of you guys, things come up and so you miss it. Some of you have already paid for it, whatnot, or you have something planned and so you don't want to commit to it. But so I think we're going to record it and then save send you an email with the recording so you can go back and watch it. But for like 4 weeks, and then after 4 weeks, we'll go in and delete it because otherwise it takes up too much space. And Zoom charges us quite a bit of money, and I have to keep upgrading our space, which is a monthly fee. So, so we'll keep them for probably 4 weeks. And then S732 is scissors and buttons. Fabric only, it says. So S732 is a button card and scissors. These are all zipper charms by Kathy Holden. And Kathy has designed several lines of fabric with us. We're super excited. We love all of her fabrics. Okay, let's see. Hey, Susie, I've got to respond to your email. I just have been swamped all day. Okay, let's see. So that's that. So now that's all we do have some auction items if we have time, but we'll get back to that. I want to do the demo real quick. So this is pine needles, and this is what mine look like. So I know some of you that were in the collage class were wondering, some of them were kind of scrawny or thin. Some of you had thicker weight threads. So I just thought I would re-show you it. This is what the corner of my panel looks like with the pine needles on there. And then you all saw on the stitch along, Anne already finished hers. So she already posted it with her pine needles and thread painting her rabbit. And I know a lot of you kind of think that thread painting and the artsy stuff is a little bit kind of scary and crazy, but it's not. Trust me, it's super easy once you know the quick little tricks. Bye, Gracie. You want to say hello real quick? Here's Gracie. She helped get out a few orders today, all the orders that were ready. Thank you. Yeah. Where are you off to? Gym. Okay. Workout for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to show you really quick. And a lot of people say that they don't necessarily need the netting or the tool, that you only need the wash away stabilizer. I kind of need insurance because I'm afraid, even though I know for a fact you don't really need the tool, I'm kind of afraid that I'm not going to sew over my thread enough. And then when I wash it away, I'm just going to have one long string of thread. So I like to use the tool because it's kind of a reinforcement. You know that once you stitch over it, anything you stitch is going to be there. So you can, if you wanted, you could take a Sharpie because you're going to wash it away. So you could take your Sharpie here, and I like to start at the bottom and just draw a line. I'm going backwards for me. So you could just kind of draw a line for your the brown tree limb. You can see that there. And then I don't really ever draw it. I just wing it. But if you're just starting, it might make you a little bit less nervous. So I've got wash away stabilizer, and then I have tool. And I do a bunch of them at a time because I'm cheap and I don't want to waste my product. So I would do this whole row because look at, you're going to need a billion pine needles. Okay. And so I just kind of do something like that. As I'm stitching, I might look up and not stitch exactly where I've got a line. I honestly wouldn't have drawn a line for myself, but for the purposes of demoing, so you basically have a line of trees. If you wanted to make trees, you could just do it this direction and then just do a heavy brown tree trunk and then just fill it in with green pine needles. Okay. So I have done it that way where I've done like a row of pine trees that I've kind of put in the background of a Lake Tahoe scene. But for this, I need a billion pine needles to put onto my my project here. So that's what we're going to show you. Roger's going to follow me over here to the sewing machine. And then if you don't have 12 weight thread, I would suggest you invest in some. And of course, anything we talk about, pretty much we do sell. And it's Wonderfield thread. So we're going to stitch right here. I do have my free motion foot on. Everybody's going to ask me if I lower my feed dogs or not. I never lower my feed dogs. Just so you know, I don't even know where it is. No, it's right here. But I never do it only because I think it gives me more control. So I just ran out of bobbin thread right before we started. So I'm hoping, I put in a different bobbin. I'm hoping it's the right bobbin. So I have 12 weight thread, which is going to be like this. I'm going to start with the brown thread because the limb is the base layer. The limb has to grow first in nature before the pine needles can grow. So I'm going to start with my brown thread first, but I do want to just show you the difference here in 50 weight thread, which is what you would piece with. And I don't know if you can get a good visual there, but 50 weight thread is considerably thinner than 12 weight thread. And the 12 weight thread is the thickest thread that you can run through your machine that is not in your bobbin. You can do bobbin work with 8 weight thread. Okay, so I'm just going to start right here and hopefully we don't, oh, what, wow. I knew it was going to be a problem. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hopefully it's the way it always goes. I just did a billion of them. Okay, let's see. It could be the bobbin, but I don't know. It's weird that bobbin would be here. Okay, hang on a second, girls. Be patient. I think it was a weird shaped bobbin, so I think somebody probably lost their bobbin. Okay, so I would not normally. I'm gonna throw that one away. would not, oh, well, this is the bobbin to my Bernina. I would not normally use a white or gray thread for this because I would use a black thread. I want it to disappear where the gray thread is not necessarily going to disappear. Okay, let's see. It's the story of my life. When you try to go live, that's when you're going to have problems. Okay, you got any comments, Roger? I'm going to say something is definitely wrong because it's not picking up my bobbin thread.
And Linda Meyer says she likes the tool for pine needles.
Okay, what else does she like? I'm going to wind up bobbin real quick. What? And do you have any suggestions for, because you took the class, was there anything you would do differently or? I literally ran out of bobbin thread like as we were going live. Any other comments, Christy?
No, nobody's talking right now. Kind of like they're just waiting to see what you do.
Okay, they're waiting to see the magic happen.
Yeah, they're finding the
okay,
magic.
What else can you talk? Tell them a dad joke.
Oh my gosh, you know I'm terrible at jokes. I'm not Gracie. Except, I don't know. That's one of the things like my father-in-law does. He tells the best jokes.
I know, like our UPS guy, he has like 20 of them like stored in his head.
Mm-hmm.
FedEx guy.
Oh, FedEx guy, sorry.
Anne says she likes the D-twist for the pine needles. I don't know.
I like the D-twist too. The D-twist is going to be a 20 weight thread. So it's two 40 weight threads that are intertwined so that you get like, it's basically like a variegated thread, but using two threads at the same time.
Okay, so Dorothy has a joke. How is the Easter Bunny beer made?
How is the Easter Bunny what?
Beer made.
Is there Easter Bunny beer?
I guess so.
Huh.
Well, one hop at a time.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say something one hop at a time.
One hop at a time.
Yeah. What is it, Dorothy? I'm waiting.
We're anxiously awaiting.
Yeah. Lynn says she's tracing on Fusible while she watches you get a new bobbin.
Oh, good. Good. You know what I would hate? I would hate if it's like, because it's so lynchy, I need to clean it. But there's definitely something wrong with my bobbin. Okay, so Roger, get in here real quick because there's definitely something wrong with my bobbin. So I might have to do this again a different day because it is literally like chewing up my thread.
Well, it's okay. You could do it a different day.
And sometimes you'll find that, I know I would be so embarrassed if I had to clean out my bobbin with you here. But I know that sometimes, usually if you're having problems like this, it's because there's like, I can see a huge piece of lint right here. So sometimes when you're having problems like this, it is because too much lint has gotten under your bobbin case, which is what maybe is the problem. Okay, so I'm going to try it one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to go through the motions because I know Sandy needs to see it so she can get hers done. So I'm going to start right here at the base, and I'm going to start on a different one in case that's the issue. So I usually pick up my bobbin thread to begin with, okay?
Kathleen wants to know what's the heaviest weight you can use in the bobbin.
I always just use a 50 weight or a 40 weight or a 60 weight. I do not use heavy weights in my bobbin because they're going to be on the back anyways. So I would just use me personally, I would use whatever bobbin was already in my machine, but it'd probably be a 50 weight or like a 60 weight. Okay, so I'm gonna go up. Yeah, it's definitely something. So I'm just gonna go up and down. Here, before I really get mad, before I lose it here. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the motion. So Sandy, I would go like this. My presser foot would be down, and I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna just keep sewing, and then I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go like this. I would go like 3 or 4 times. Okay. 3 or 4 times. I would take it up and back and up and back and up and back and up and back. Then I'd come back 3 or 4 times. Literally, you're going to feel like, oh my God, that's so much. But you want your tree branch to be pretty hefty. And then I would go back with my green. And with my green, I would just do little V's. Little V's. Doot, 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 doot. And I would make noise too while I'm doing it. But just little V's with my green, okay? And that's how you get, I left them all in the other room, but that's how you get all of these. See how you want the branch to kind of show through? And I might not necessarily do green on every single little limb, because sometimes you just have bare limbs. And then you just do little V's, but I go over it probably 3 or 4 times with the 12 weight thread to get that thickness. So if you have questions, let me know, and then I will clean out my machine and do it again next week. Okay, let's see. What other questions do you guys have?
They have a lot of questions. So Sandy wants to know, can you lay the pine branch flat on the table because she can't see it with you holding it in the air?
Yes. Okay, come here.
And she also wants to know, are you retracing the same lines on the trunk?
Yes, you go over the same lines 3 or 4 times to get the depth and the thickness.
And the little V's, are they beside each other or on top of each other?
You just kind of go on top of each other, and then you'll go a couple times on top of each other, and then on the limb, you just go up a little bit, and then you do some more V's, and then go up a little bit, and then do some more V's.
And Victor has the best question. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
When was the last time you cleaned your machine?
Well, Victor, I don't even know when the last time is that I took a shower, let alone when I cleaned my machine last. But I would venture to say it could have been, I don't know, a very long time. I know I cleaned the one at home like a week ago because I was having the same problems when I was initially making all of these pine needles. What happens is the thicker thread is more linty, I think. And so you do, or it could be the wash away stabilizer, but when you're doing these, you literally have to pull your bobbin casing out and clean underneath it. Otherwise, when you pull out your bobbin, you'll find there's like a dead mouse in there. Okay, here's this, Sandy. This is what it looks like. So it is definitely pretty hefty.
Mary wants to know, what were you sewing on, tulle, and do you sell it?
I do sell tulle, Mary Beatty, and I was doing it on wash away stabilizer and tulle. So once you sew your pine needle, you're going to take off, once you sew the whole row of pine needles, or however many you need to do, take it to the sink, and then you're going to wash it. I like warm water and a little bit of Dove soap. Okay, let me see. What other comments do we have?
Karen wants to know if you could show a close-up of the foot you were using.
Yes. I'll go get it so Roger doesn't have to follow me. Tell him a joke.
Why do you always put people on the spot like that? Oh, the answer to the joke though earlier was, it's made with only the finest hops. I guess she left the room. Like, no laughter or nothing. Oh, so many
I like
questions,
the other
you
answer,
guys.
one hop at a time.
I know. I don't know. One hop at a time. Oh my goodness, you guys. I can't believe you believe that she never takes a shower. She was just joking. Come on.
Okay, what?
Oh, you missed it. Too late. Can't laugh now.
Okay. Okay. So this is the foot that I use. It's called a free motion foot. I like the one that has a little opening here. You might have one in your supplies that is enclosed, or you might even have one that's a metal one. The one that's enclosed, I don't like it as much because you can't see as well. But one problem with this one is it does get caught in your threads, and it gets like if you're puddling fibers on top, it will get cut in there. It will get caught in there. But just clip it and keep on sewing. You don't care. Like, honestly, if you clip it and keep sewing, nobody's even going to notice.
So Kathleen wants to know, do you use more than one shade of green thread?
No, I use a variegated thread. So there's two threads that I really like. The green one that I was using, which is this one, which is a 12 weight cotton thread. And then they also have a 30 weight rayon thread that's a little bit deeper, has more blues in it that I really like also. So just depending on what kind of pine needles you need. And I will have those. They all came in today from Wonderful. So I will have those on Wednesday's sale. Can you post a still photo of the pine needle branch on the... Yes, that's a super easy request, Sandy. I would be happy to do that.
I'm not sure what Jenny's asking. Do you see her question?
Can you show again what Christy made with monkey material? My computer had frozen up. So Christy, I don't think made anything, but we did have the panel of the day. So if you're not getting emails from us, but Gracie just sent it, so you might not have gotten it before you checked your emails. Gracie just sent it this afternoon. So this was the panel of the day. It's called Monkey Business. So, I think they're supposed to be upside. I'm not sure. S728 is $6.99. S728 is $6.99. And then we do have a book, a counting book, 10 Hungry Monkeys. And that is S727 for $14. Okay. What other questions?
Lynn Jenkins wants to know how the sew along will work, and you and I really haven't discussed it yet.
The sew along works like we're just gonna like start it, and then we're gonna say, okay, go cut whatever size strips we need to cut, and then when most of you have done that, then we'll say, okay, so a red one, a black one, and a red one, or a black one, a red one, and a black one, and you're gonna go sew that. And while you're sewing, you can chit chat, you can do show and tell, you can whatever. It's a sew along. It's not really, I mean, there's not much to it. It's not like a real class where we have to stay focused and we have to move along. You're going to be able to do one block very quickly. So you might want to throw some dinner in the crock pot and just enjoy the evening, get comfortable. I know, Victor. I couldn't think of what else to say in the moment, okay? Sometimes when you're live, just things get blurted out.
Yes, Susie wants to know if there's a kit.
For the sew along?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, sew along kit is right here under this mess of stuff. Let me remember to do a picture of that. Okay, so this is the sew along stuff. That's the banner. This is the sew along kit. So this is your backing and your background and your binding. These are your reds and your blacks. And it's S725 for $99. It includes the pattern. And if you want just the pattern, it's S726 for $10. If you want to just do the sew along and spend time with us, that is $20. The dates are March 23rd. I think we said 4:30 to 6:30, didn't we, Christy?
Yes. 4:30
okay,
to 6:30.
4:30 to 6:30, March 23rd, which is coming up. So if you want a kit, we got to get those in the mail to you this week. And then April 18th. So we'll also be, I'm pretty sure some of us might finish it at the retreat when we have uninterrupted sewing time. Okay, any other questions did you see, Christy?
No, I think everybody is good.
Okay, all right. And then we have, because I know Victor loves these, I have two, I think we only have 2 auction items. So we have some 1902 fabric. You could use this on your Beth quilt for backing because it's a huge piece. Although I'm not sure that she would necessarily have hearts. It kind of reminds me of Daisy Kingdom, but it is the perfect colors for backing, and I do believe it's a lot of fabric. It might not necessarily be, it's yards and yards. I don't know how many. S03 is, the auction is starting at $6, and it also comes with some of these fabrics. It is a little bit stiffer fabric. I would say not really quilt shop. It's more crafty, but you definitely, I don't think I would have a problem putting it on the back of my quilt. Here's one you could use for collages. And we've got some, I want to say this might be like voile or something. And then here's a plaid. It looks like one of my mom's shirts growing up as a kid. And then here are a couple more. Here's a cheater print and then a red print. These do feel like they're pretty good quality fabrics, but they are, you know, probably from the 90s-ish. So S03 is auction starting at $6. Up we're at $10.
Yep, Victor has $10.
S03 is at $10. And while you guys are bidding on this, you guys duke it out. While you guys are bidding on this, I do have 2 kind of crazy items that have really been kind of made people laugh here around the shop as they walk by and ask what they are. I think they're the heads to stick ponies. So we have 2 of these little sock stick ponies is what I think they are. So they just need to be finished off. S02 for auction starting at $3. So you have S02 for the stick ponies starting at $3. It's probably got that much worth of stuffing in it. The number of the pattern was S726. S726 for $10 was the Beth quilt pattern. And Mary Beatty, I know you should get your mind. They're reindeer heads, Ronnie said, from the 90s. Oh, well, so that makes a little bit of sense because I did find, hang on a second.
I don't know, Kathleen. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. So.
Look at, I found maybe a reindeer antler. That could be, I have a antler. So you can make it into a stick pony or a reindeer stick. So S02 and S03 is at $11.
Are you going to include the antler?
Sure, if that's what it was for. An antler. At least you can make a pattern from it. It would be cute if you've got little kids to make little reindeer stick ponies. So they're from back in the day. I guess I don't remember them. Okay.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Well, I've seen stick horse, stick ponies. But reindeers. S02 is $3 and S03 is at $13. They were all the rage, Rondi says. Well, I'm going to tell you, everything comes back. Everything comes back. So you probably have about 4 yards at least of this heart fabric. It actually is kind of perfect for the back of the Beth quilt. And then this one is great if you're doing collages. That would be great to fussy cut. Gosh.
I don't know, Susie. I'm pretty old.
don't remember them. I am not that old. Okay, so what do we have? S02 for $3 is going to Jenny Duarte, my city buddy. We wore out our stick ponies as kids until we got our own horses. I know, Kathleen. Me too. I had my own pony.
No, I had one of those horses that was on the springs. Did you ever have one of those, Beth?
We did. We had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
One of the rocking ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I also did have real life ponies and horses.
Well, I know, but not all of us were that, you know. I wanted a horse my whole entire life. My whole life, right? So my 18th, well, when I graduated from high school, my grandfather, like, he's like, oh, I've got something you've always wanted. And I was totally expecting a horse, and he comes driving up in a car.
Wait, so you got a car?
He said that was my horse, my mechanical horse.
Was it a Mustang?
No, it was a Ford Escort.
Oh. Well, that's much better. My first car was a purple Gremlin.
Hey, my mom had one of those.
I know.
It's purple too.
My brother set it on fire. Okay. S03 is at $14. Jenny, you just outbid yourself. Okay, anybody want to outbid Jenny Duarte? $14. $14. S03 for $14 right here. $14. Oh, Kathleen got real full-size horses. I think we got ponies. They were all kind of rotten. Well, some of them weren't, but most of them were pretty rotten. But I think we got ponies because it wasn't that far to fall. You wouldn't really get too hurt if you fell off, where horses you could have a little bit more damage.
So Dorothy, my mom graduated in 65, and they got her a Mustang for her graduation in 65. So she got a 65 Mustang.
Does she still have it?
No.
Oh.
She bought the purple Gremlin. Okay,
we're at 13. Victor's at $15. Jenny, you want to go any higher? Okay, it's been fun with you guys. I'll try to have my machine clean for the next demo.
What about the other auction?
Jenny got it for $3.
Oh,
Jenny's going to be making reindeer heads.
I feel like Jenny needs to post a picture of those if she makes them.
Okay, Jenny, when you make it, can you post a picture in the Fabric Chick Stitch Along? Jenny Duarte said no.
No, Victor. She says no to Victor. Victor won.
Oh, okay. Victor won for $15. Okay, that's all we have. I have to run up to Best Buy and get a new charging cord so I can have some real devices by Wednesday. All right, thank you for taking time out of your day and joining us. We will talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome. Bye.